All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites, Congregation of the Mighty, coming back with another Wednesday night class. We're going to be talking about how to build a relationship with the Most High this evening. We're going to be talking about, how to get yourself right with the Most High and what you need to do in these last days because the destruction is at hand. The time is nigh to get yourself right, to come back to the Heavenly Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. First, we want to give all praise to Yahweh by Shem, Yahawashi. That's the Most High, and that's the name of his only begotten Son, who the world still to this day ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, so we're going to get into some scriptures tonight, and we're just going to open it up, leave the floor open, questions in the chat. We'll get to them. We'll go down, as long as they stay within the confines of the lesson that we're going to be going over tonight. But I think this is a good lesson that our people need to hear right now, because a lot of our people, they don't really know how to listen to the Most High. They don't know how to build that relationship with the Most High. They may be doing this for the precepts of men or to appease to someone else. And the Most High don't want you doing that. The Most High wants you doing his will and having your walk in him according to how he see fit, because you ain't going to get it done on your own. It's all about what the Most High wants. So first, with that, and that's a good way to start off, let's go into first verse, Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17.
All right. This is Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Yahweh. Yahawashi, giving thanks to the power and the Father by him.
See that? Everything we say and we do, as always, we always start off with this. We give praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, because without him, we wouldn't be here. Without him, we wouldn't be able to teach his word. We wouldn't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the dark sayings within the scriptures to be able to teach the people and wake up the people, right? We give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High in the name of his only begotten Son, all right? Go ahead.
That's right. Oh, you want to keep going on that one?
No, you had it right. You had it right. See? We give all thanks to the Yahweh and the Father by him. All right. So let's get Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
The ox knoweth his owner,
right?
And the ass his master's crib.
Mm-hmm.
But Israel,
right,
doeth not know.
Right.
My people doeth not consider.
The Most High said, Israel doth not know. His people don't consider. All right. They don't think about it. When we out there teaching, man, our people do not even consider the message that we're telling them. They don't even consider why they're in the condition that they're in. They don't think about, oh, well, why is this going bad in my life? Right. So the Most High has to send his people out there to wake up that stubborn ox, to kick that ass in the ass, right? Because they don't want to, they stubborn, they hard-headed. They're hard-working people, they downtrodden, but they don't want to come back to the laws of the Most High. All right, go ahead.
All right, what, verse 4?
Yeah.
All right, verse 4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
See that? We laden with iniquity. That's all we know how to do. Break the laws of the Most High. But as we get into this tonight, we're going to show that without the Most High, you ain't going to make it. Nothing that you do is going to be successful until you build that relationship with him. You got to build a relationship with him. My relationship and this brother's relationship and another brother and Archaeology and anybody else who comes in is your relationship with the Most High is not going to be the same as my walk. But at the same time, we got to have a foundation of the law. Right? We got to have them cornerstones. It got to be seamed. It got to be seamed together. If it don't work, or if it ain't seaming together, if it don't come together under the Most High, then it's not going to work. It's going to crumble and fall. Right? Just like you build your foundation on sand. You build your foundation on sand. If them pikes don't go all the way down in that sand, about 20 feet, that just gonna topple over. Right? So your iniquity is what pushes you over. You laden with iniquity, right? Go ahead.
All right. A slocking, a seed of evildoer.
Seed of evildoer. Go ahead.
children that are corrupters.
We are corruptors. That's all we know how to do. Find the next lick, find the next scheme. I'm going to plot on this one over here. Oh, girl, I seen her over there. I'm finna do this. Hey, sis, come here. Let me holler at you. Talk about this. Right? That's all we know how to do as a people. Go ahead.
All right. They have forsaken Yahweh.
What we do?
Forsaken Yahweh.
And we always turn our back on the Most High.
Yeah.
How you going to build a relationship with the Most High when you continue to turn your back on him?
Yeah, or they'll turn around and turn to him when it's too dang on late.
Right, when it's too late, like you said. And their affliction, that's when you're going to call the Most High. When it's going bad, that's when you're going to want to holler at the Most High. Be screaming, oh, Lord, oh, God. It's too late then, because the Most High, when he was sending his prophets out there to warn you, when he was sending his angels out there, his messengers, you didn't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to come down here and talk to you directly. He's going to use his prophets and his teachers, his messengers, to give you his word, to make you repent. All right, go ahead.
All right. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
You see, now you see why the state of our people is the way it is. The Holy One of Israel is angry. He angry at our people because we continue to turn our back on them. Right? Go ahead.
All right. They are gone away backward.
See that? Backwards. We're doing everything contrary. Instead of moving forward, right? We want to go backwards. We want to go back to who we used to be. We want to reminisce and marinate on what we used to do versus who the Most High is deeming us to be now. Righteous men and women of the Most High. Righteous teachers of the Most High. Priests and prophets to bring the true light of Hamashiach Yahawashi into the world. Right? Go ahead.
You want to keep going on that one?
Yeah, go to verse 5. Because this goes into what we're going to get in tonight. That relationship, right? Go ahead.
All right, I gotta get back to it. That dang on fire alarm going crazy. Ain't nothing even.
Hey, that mud work. That's all we know. That fire. Remember I told that boy that fire hurt, boy.
All right. This is verse 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore?
Why should you be stricken anymore? Why should you be stricken anymore? Right? Go ahead.
You will revolt more and more.
Why will you revolt more and more? You revolt more and more, lays more sin and more sin, right? And then that lays more judgment. All right, go ahead.
All right. And the whole head is sick.
We sick in the dome. The whole head is sick. Go ahead.
And the whole heart
faint. We weaken our minds. That's why we got to escape the reality that we in, right? So we got to see how can we get closer to the Most High? How can we build that relationship up with what he wants us to do, right? So now watch this. Let's get John chapter 5, verse 37 real quick. All right, John 5 and 37. Let's get into it a little bit.
This is St. John chapter 5 and verse 37.
And
the Father himself, which hath sent me.
What? Say it again.
Oh, Slaki, which hath sent me.
So the Most High said, Yahawashi said, the Father have sent him. Right? Go ahead.
Have borne witness of me.
Have borne witness of him. Go ahead.
Ye have neither heard his voice at any time.
Read it again.
Oh, ye have neither heard his voice at any time.
See, you ain't heard the Most High's voice. You ain't heard him directly say, hey, Barak, I need you to go and da-la-da. No, it was the law that gave you that. It was his prophets that told you that. Remember, my sheep hear my voice, right? So if you the sheep of the Most High, if you the house of Israel, the lost sheep, you got to hear it through his word, right? We're going to prove that. You got to hear that through his word. Go ahead.
Nor seen his shape.
You don't know the shape of the Most High. The only way that you're going to get that vision and understanding of the Most High is if he used his messengers or he put you in a deep sleep, and you got to be a righteous brother to get that. You got to be keeping them laws to the T, damn near perfect. And that's what we're striving to be. We want the visions. It's honorable to have the visions and understanding of the Most High, right? That's an honorable thing, man. That's nothing greater than I would rather have on the earth than to be looked at as a wise prophet and teacher of the Most High, right? So if you want to build that relationship and get closer to him, the main thing that you got to understand is, first of all, you got to realize that you're nothing compared to what he got. You nothing, but he can build you up so that you can be great in the kingdom. You can be a great and an excellent teacher on the earth, but you want to be called great in the kingdom. That's why you're putting in the work now. See that? So now watch this. Let's get Genesis 15:1. Let's go all the way back. Genesis 15:1. Let's see how the Most High used his angels and his messengers and his prophets to teach his chosen people. Because we know that Abraham was chosen, right? We know that everything that we went through as a people had to be chosen and ordained by the Most High. If not, it was going to fail, right? So let's get Genesis 15 and verse 1. Let's see how the Most High speak with the people.
This is Genesis chapter 15 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision.
You see how heavy that is? The words of the Most High came to Abraham in the vision. Now, was Abraham asleep and seeing words go across, like how the ticker is going across the bottom? No, right? Go ahead.
All right. Fear not us, Salakia, saying, fear not, Abram.
You see that? He came to him in a vision, right? Saying, fear not, Abram. Go ahead.
I am thy shield.
What the Most High say when you have faith in him?
I am thy shield.
When you fear not, the Most High, he's your what?
Thy shield.
See, the Most High say he don't want the fearful. He want men of valor. He want men of courage. He want honorable men like Joseph, right? He want honorable men like Moses. He want honorable men like John the Revelator, John the Baptist. You know what I'm saying? Habakkuk, Obadiah. You couldn't get the vision that Obadiah had unless you was an honorable man, unless you was keeping them laws. The Most High do this all throughout the scriptures, man. Talk to his people through visions. Talk to his people with wise sayings, dark sayings, the parables, the breakdowns. That's how he's speaking to you. But you can't get that if you ain't keeping his law. You can't get that if you ain't doing what he asking you to do. Right? Now watch this. Let's go Genesis 22. Let's go over to when you know Abraham had to really show some faith. Right? Because God, the Most High, speak through his angels, man. He speak through his messengers. They do the will of the Father, right? So you gotta have that keen ear to hear and be on the lookout, right? Be on the lookout, right? Wipe the window, clean the dust out your eye, get the sleepies out your eyes, right? Let's get Genesis chapter 22, right? And let's start at verse 10. Yeah, let's get verse 10.
All right. This is Genesis chapter 22 and verse 10.
Now let me show you this relationship that he had to build. See, you got to have a certain kind of faith, a certain kind of zeal, strength, willpower, whatever you want to say. You got to have it at a certain level to do what this man was called to do and was about to do it. Go ahead.
And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son.
See that? That man had much faith in the Most High. He was about to slay his son. You want a relationship with the Most High? Be willing to give up everything for the Most High. Because I'm going to tell you, in this walk, people are going to come at you from all angles. All angles. And the Most High can use any device. He'll use the device that you love the most to attack you.
That's right, Doc.
He'll use it just to build you up and put you through that fire. Because a man that loves the Most High is willing to give up everything to show the Most High that he's going to keep his commandments. All the way up into including death and his life. And I'm going to get that in a second. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 11.
Right.
And the angel of Yahweh called unto him out of heaven.
Who called unto him?
The angel of Yahweh.
You see that? The angel, the messenger of the Most High, not the Most High. The Most High didn't say, "Hey, Abraham, look, I see what you about to do. I don't really need you to do that right now. I need you to chill. Go on, put the knife down." No, he sent his messengers, right? The angels, so that the Most High could use him because they work for the Most High. That's how you know you got a strong relationship with him, because he was able to hear the angel. Go ahead.
And said, Abram. And he said, "Here am I."
Now, when he said, "Here I am," or "Here am I," the angel was talking, but who was really talking? The Most High. You see that? So the angel was in essence physically talking at that moment, but who was he talking or speaking for? He was speaking for the Most High. So that's why we explain to people, when we telling you to repent, you're not cussing me out when you tell me otherwise. You cussing out the Most High, because I'm using his words to get you to come back to him, to get that relationship with him, right? I want to finish that out. Go ahead.
All right, verse 12. And he said, "Lay not thine hand upon the lad."
You see that? Lay not thy hand upon your son. Go ahead.
"Neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest Yahweh."
You see that? See, now I know that you fear the Most High. That's the building. I now know you have sealed it, that you fear the Most High. Now I can work with you. Now I can give you promises. Now I can give you covenants. Now I can give you blessings. But if you ain't willing to do that, then I can't give that to you, because you're gonna go off. You ain't gonna follow what I'm telling you to do. Right? Go ahead.
All right. "Seeing thou hast not withheld thy son."
Seeing how you ain't withheld your son, you was ready to sacrifice your baby boy, which was chosen, because Ishmael's already gone. Right? Go ahead.
"Thine only son from me."
Thine only son. Go ahead.
All right, verse 13. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns.
You see that? He was about to take his son out, and the Most High used his angel to deliver him a message. No, don't do that. And you just so happen to turn this way. Now I got something that I know I could sacrifice, and the Most High will accept that, because even that's showing I'm going to do what you tell me at the end of the day. You see that? Go ahead.
All right. "And Abraham went took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son."
In the stead of his son. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna do what the Most High told me to do. What, give or take, whatever he tell me, because it's gonna be what he want regardless. It ain't gonna be about me. It's about what the Most High want. And for you to build that righteous relationship with him, that strong foundation, you got to be willing to give up what you think is right. Because what you thought was right got you in the position that you're in now. I know what I thought was right. I ain't had no money. What's the first thing I'm gonna do? Okay, boom. We go ahead and grab something, flip something, switch something, drop something, pick up something again, do it all over again, double up, come back, do it again. That's my thought process. But in the eyes of the Most High, this nigga wicked. And I might just judge him for that at any moment. Right? Because we got to have the faith that goes with that. Right? So now watch this. Let's get verse 17. Let me show you what happened. All right.
All right.
Let's get to what happens.
"That in blessing I will bless thee."
You see that? No, wait. Hold up. Jump one verse up.
All right,
verse 16.
All right. This is Genesis chapter 22 and verse 16.
"And
said, By myself have I sworn, saith Yahweh.
Right?
For because thou hast done this thing."
Because you was ready to do what? Give up your son's life. All right, go ahead.
"And hast not withheld thy son, thine only son."
Your only baby boy, the only one that the Most High care about. You was ready to give him up to do what I told you to do. That's powerful. There's not a lot of people that's willing to do that, let alone their own life, their kids' life, the wife, the mama, the daddy, the uncle, the brother, the big brother, little brother, your cousin, your favorite, your homeboy. You ready to die for them or have them die so that you can do what the Most High wants you to do? That's heavy. That's a choice and a decision that you're gonna have to make in these last days, because everybody ain't gonna make it. Everybody ain't gonna make it. We strive day to day so that the Most High can have mercy on us on that day, right? But there's an outcome to that. There's a blessing that comes from that, right? Go ahead.
All right, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
That in blessing I will bless thee.
Do what? What did he say?
That in blessing I will bless thee.
In blessing, when it's time for me to dish out what you supposed to get, what you didn't earn, I'm gonna bless you. When I'm blessing everybody and setting the nations over here and getting them their land, you gonna be that primary real estate. Your seed, Isaac's seed, the one that you was gonna give up for me, we're gonna use that to bless everybody. We're gonna use that and give you this holy land. You see that? When it's time for me to dish out the reward, like allowance, right? I got youngins. All right, you did this, you ain't do this, you ain't do that. All right, you get $2, you get $5, you get 12. Now give me that because you ain't do this. See what I'm saying? That's how the Most High get down. That's righteous, right? Go ahead.
All right. And in multiplying, I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the heaven.
Now, you was so willing to give up your one and only chosen seed that now I'm going to give you enough seed that it fills the stars of heaven. Give a little, redeem a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Put down a little bit that you're dealing with, redeem the whole world. Redeem rulership over the nations, right? You got to get rid of the vices that got you caught up to then come back to the Most High. That's what we got to do. That's all, right? Go ahead.
And as the sand which is upon the seashore.
And as the sand that's upon the seashore. Bro, you ever take a one cup, do your hand like this, and that's all your kids. Do like this. And that's all your children, let alone the sand of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Abraham got blessed with. Why? Because he was fearful of the Most High and he wanted to build that relationship with him. Right? Go ahead.
And thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies.
So not only am I going to give you a lot of chosen children, in the end, your children are going to rule the world. Your seed is going to rule the world. That's awesome. I need that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when it's all said, when the dust clears, when the dust settles and the smoke clears, your children are going to be more than the sand of the sea, than the stars of heaven, and they're going to be the top dog. They're going to be the top nation. I'll take that. I'll take that. He was willing to give up his son for that. He was willing to make a sacrifice to do what the Most High said, right? So now let's get this. I got something else. Let's go to Samuel. And let's go to Samuel 7. And let's start at verse 1. 1 Samuel. 7 and 1, I think. That's where I want to go. Wait, no, I may be wrong. Hold on, wait. So like, might be 2 Samuel is what I want. Might be 2 Samuel. Yeah. That's what I want. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 1. Because that's how the Most High move. You want to be able to hear that voice when it's being brought to you. You want to be able to say, like, nah, that ain't right, man. That's against the Most High, man. Right? You don't want to be known as that dude or that sister that's always going off.
Oh yeah,
that's not a good look. That brother that ain't got no faith. It's not a good look, man. That sister that that don't want to forgive, or that brother that's always got something going on, or this one always starting strife, or Big Mama did this. You don't want to be known as that in the eyes of the Most High. You want to be known as faithful and blameless. All right. So now let's get this. Let's see what the Most High used somebody else. Let's talk about King David. Right? King David had the heart of the Most High. But King David wasn't no punk. King David was a killer.
Mm-hmm.
That was Mr. Steal Your Girl back then. Don't get it twisted. But David fell, and David had to repent, and David came back to the Most High. Right? That's faith, man. Right? He had a relationship with the Most High. Like the Most High, he was like that son, like, man, you keep messing up, but I know in the end you're a good boy, and you're gonna do what I tell you to do. You're gonna lead this people the way I want you to. You're gonna be a righteous and just king over these people, right? So now watch this. Let's start at chapter 7, 2 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 1. Start at the top.
All right. This is 2 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass when the king sat in his house, and Yahweh had given him rest round about.
So you see that? Now King David is getting some rest. Go ahead.
Round about from all his enemies.
Because Israel at that time was surrounded by enemies. They was out there, David and the Israelites out there whooping ass. Now David tired. He ready to go to sleep, right? Go ahead.
All right. Verse 2, that the king said unto Nathan the prophet, see now, I dwell in a house of cedar, but the ark of Yahweh dwelleth within curtains.
You see that? King David said unto Nathan the prophet, see now, look now, right? I dwell in a house of cedar, like my house made out of wood, right? But the ark of the Most High, right, dwelleth within curtains. All right, watch this. Go to verse 3.
All right. And Nathan said to the king, go, do all that is in thine heart.
You can go do whatever you want to do. You know why he told him he can go do whatever he want to do? Because King David was keeping the laws of the Most High. You can do whatever you want to do, because guess what? If you're keeping the laws of the Most High, that's all you're gonna want to do. You ain't gonna want to go out and be like, you think David was like, yeah, we won the victory, you know, we won the championship. Let's go turn up and splash champagne with a whole bunch of whores that we just bought. You see what I'm saying? Or is he gonna say, all right, we can have a couple drinks. Let's go to the crib. We can, you know, fellowship, hang out there. Hey, brother, boom, boom, boom. Give you salutes, your shaloms, and all that. And that night, I'm going to bed. I ain't gonna get caught at the Wendy's parking lot at 4 a.m, drunk, passed out. I'm gonna be at the crib. You see what I'm saying? Our thought process changes when you're doing what the Most High tell you to do versus what you think is right. Right? Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna start off where it say do all. It says, do all that is in thine heart. Yahweh is with thee.
When you do what the Most High say, he's what?
For Yahweh is with thee.
For the Most High is with you. That's how you got to get it, man. That's how you want it. No matter what you're going through, you always can be able to say, the Most High is with me. I got the Most High and the holy angels and the host of heaven around me. I ain't afraid of nothing. That's why we don't have no fear when we go out. That's why brothers all over the country going to all kinds of neighborhoods, scenarios, situations, riots, talking on the street, police. We don't care. You know why we don't care? Because we fear the judgment of the Most High more than man. And that's why we're able to go out there. That's how you build your relationship with the Most High. Because he ain't going to give you that fear, right? Like the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion. You're not going to scare us off this block. We don't care what you got going on. Know why? Because we fear the Most High and we want to keep we take pride and joy, and it's an honor to be able to keep the Most High's commandments and be better and special and be holy than everybody else. That feels good to me. I love waking up knowing I'm a Hebrew, knowing that I'm an Israelite, knowing that my family, my people are better than what's portrayed in this earth.
And I'm about to say, that's a blessing already.
That's a blessing, right? That's a blessing already. You know what I'm saying? This brother, you a Gadite. So Imagine like knowing that your land was stolen, right? Y'all Cherokees, Sioux, Blackfoot, Choctaw, they came in, the Seminoles, right? Came in, stole your land, and then to come find out in the last days, you the chosen? What? Wait, what? I grew up in the hood, so I know it's even worse on them reservations, man. Them reservations are bad, man.
Yeah, I did some research on that junk, boy. That junk is like, it's really hell on earth for them, for real.
Yeah, it's hell on earth, man. They cut the babies out of them, rape the women, rape the men, chase them down with horses, rip them apart, scalp them. Use their damn scrotum for coin purses, man. All kinds of just straight up atrocities that they did to the Native Indians. And then to come to find out that those same people are the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and I'm one of them. I'm trying to. Hey, what I need to do? What you need me to do? What you need me to do? Because until I came in this and start keeping his laws, I didn't have no relation. I thought I did. That God loves everybody. Can we all get along? Be equal. That was my thought process. That ain't got nothing to do with the Most High.
Ain't it?
The Most High is about lifting his people up, and he's going to uplift and bless those who do what he tells. How do you know when the Most High talking to you? When you keeping his commandments. That's it. That's all. We can't get around that. Watch this. Let's get Isaiah 1:1. Everybody love, we love Isaiah. In this camp, we love Isaiah. You know why? Because Isaiah was one that he got them visions. Isaiah got the good word from the Most High. Right? Let's see what he said in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 1. Read that.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The vision of Isaiah.
The what?
The vision of Isaiah.
The vision. How did he get that vision? Because he was given those visions when he was asleep. He was a faithful brother to the Most High. He did what he was supposed to do. He cared about his people. He gave them warning. Right? He showed them what it was going on. He rebuked them sharply in the gates. Right? Matter of fact, hold that right there. Let's get that real quick. Isaiah 58:1. Let's get what Isaiah was talking about when he was out there. Right?
This is Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Cry aloud.
See that? Off the rip. He said, look, cry aloud. Go ahead.
Spare not.
Mm-hmm.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Right?
And shew my people their transgression.
See? That's what he said. That's a commandment. Show the people where they're going off. How you gonna know how to build a relationship with the Most High? You don't know what you're doing wrong. Unless a brother is able to show you, look, no, that ain't right, man. Especially when you won't talk this from a youngin', which 99% of our people wasn't. They learn from brothers on the street. They learn from brothers on the street. It's the ones that's putting in the work because the Most High told us to do that. Cry aloud, spare not. Go ahead.
All right. Shew my people their transgression.
Uh-huh.
And the house of Jacob their sins.
And the house of Jacob their sins. How did he show them their sins? He said, show my people their transgressions. Show them their sins. How? What did he do? Just say, hey, this, he turn around, had a black boy. Hey, look, this what you doing. This is sin. Or did he open up the book? Or did he give him the visions that he saw? Mm-hmm. But if you don't start doing that, you're going to die. Like we tell him. You don't start doing that, you're going to die.
Yeah, but you get that root for them.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Kate?
That we don't even get that root. We just tell them it's a judgment coming. One day.
It's a judgment coming. That's what he's telling them, right? But they ain't want to, that just the same way they ain't want to listen to the prophets of old. They don't want to listen to the prophets today. And all the prophets is doing is telling you how to get closer to the Most High. So you want to, the closer you are to the Most High, the further you are from sin. The further you are from sin, the further you are from death and judgment. It's literally that simple, right? Read that, go back to that Isaiah 1:1 again. Read that right quick.
The vision of Isaiah. All right, so let me call it out. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 1. the vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah.
So during the days of the kings of Judah, right? Go ahead, read verse 2.
Right, verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken.
You see that? For the Most High have spoken. But who's speaking right now? Isaiah. So we are just vessels. The Most High don't want no defiled temple. You can't deliver his word the way he wanted when your temple defiled. When you eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, when you defiling your temple, drunk all the time, high all the time, how he gonna use you? You ain't good for nothing. All right, go ahead.
All right. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
See that? Now, Isaiah speaking, he said, I've nourished and brought up children, but they have rebelled against me. But who's talking right here?
Most High.
That's the Most High, right? But you can't get that kind of vision if you're doing what you think is right. If you're doing what you want to do, right? Let's get somebody else. Let's get Ezekiel. Let's see what happened with Ezekiel. Because that brother powerful. And what did he say? See, where's the dry bones at?
Yeah,
see? Ezekiel 37, right? The valley of the dry bones. You gotta get that kind of understanding and parable breakdown in visions. When you doing what the Most High tell you to do. Do what I tell you, I'm gonna build you up real good. That's what the Most High say. Don't do what I say, I'm gonna break you down even quicker. All right. Get that Ezekiel. Let me see. 1 and 1, yeah.
All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the fourth month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Chabar, that the heavens were open, and I saw visions of Yahweh.
You saw what?
Visions of Yahweh.
You see that? Visions of the Most High. And all through Ezekiel, the Most High just giving him visions. This gonna happen. That's gonna happen. The dry bones lay on this side, turn on that side. This how long your people gonna be in captivity. You see that? All throughout Ezekiel. But you can't get that kind of understanding and breakdowns without being righteous and doing what he tell you to do. That's it. That's another example. So we done went through Abraham, right? We done went through what? King David, right? Isaiah, Ezekiel. Watch this. Let's jump into something else right quick. Let's get 1 Kings chapter 3. 1 Kings chapter 3, and let's start at verse 9.
All right. Oh, I'm still in 2. All right. This is 1 Kings chapter 3 and verse 9.
Yeah.
Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart.
You see that?
I'm sorry.
Read that part again.
Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart.
An understanding heart to do what?
To judge thy people.
You see that? You got to have an understanding heart, an understanding mind to judge. You got to be able to make the right decision. You got to say whether that's good or evil. But how do you know if it's good or evil if you ain't keeping the laws? The law determines whether something is good or evil. Breaking of the law is what makes the sin. All right, go ahead.
All right. It's like that I may discern between good and bad.
Do what? Read it again.
That I may discern between good and bad.
That I may discern between good and bad. Go ahead.
For who is able to judge this, thy so great a people?
Who is able to judge this, thy so great a people? We are a great people, but the Most High can't use you to be no judge. You out here smoking tater. The Most High can't use you to be a pillar of rest to your husband. If you out there twerking, all in the DMs, raising your daughters the wrong way to be thoughts, the Most High can't use you for that. Ain't nobody gonna call you great, and all you know how to do is sin. Look at the condition of your people right now. No one considers us a great people. Yeah, they consider us good at some things. Yeah, we do things great, but they don't look at us and be like, that's a great people. Like when people look at the Chinese or the Japanese and how they cook and they knife skills and how they fillet their fishes, the wagyu steak and all that, people say, yo, those people are great at cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They say the French are good at baking. Right? We're great at a couple of things, but we are supposed to be the great nation. Meaning everything that we do is great. Right? Because we as a nation don't have a relationship with the Most High. It's only a few of us. That's why only 1/3 gonna get in. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Is there any more on that I wanted? Let me see. Just 3 and 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just throw that. And then let's go to Proverbs 16 real quick.
All right.
Proverbs 16 and verse 2. Chapter 2. No, Proverbs 16, verse 2. Select.
All right. I'm there.
Proverbs 16 and verse 2. Yeah.
All right. This is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 2. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes.
Read that again.
All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes.
See, you always think that what you're talking about is right. You think that everything that you do is good. You think that's clean. Right? Go ahead.
All right. But the Lord weigheth the spirits.
The Most High do what?
Weigheth the spirits.
Watch this. He weighs your spirit. Read verse 3.
All right. Verse 3. Commit thy works unto the Lord.
Now, see, you can't have sinful, evil, and wicked works to the Most High. You can't do it because he's going to reject it. He ain't trying to have nothing to do with that. See that? The Most High going to cast that out. He said, read it again from the top.
Commit thy works unto the Lord.
Commit your works, right? Go ahead.
And thy thoughts shall be established.
And those righteous thoughts shall be established. Now the Most High can use you. All right? Now the Most High can deal with you in a righteous manner. When those thoughts are deemed righteous and they're established according to what he wants to happen, not to what you think should happen. Because you're going to always think what you're doing is right. That's why brothers in the truth, sisters in the truth, the first thing we say, is that lawful? We're going to ask it off the rip. Is that, what's in that? We ain't even going to eat nothing. What's in that? Who made that? Any kind of function, gathering, a whole lot of folk. Who made that? You know why? You see that? Because we as a people have to understand the Most High just simply wants us to do what he wants us to do. Had we have done that, we would have been all right. But since we want to continue to break that, the Most High say he going to punish us for that. All right. So now let's jump down to, let's go back a little bit. Let's go to Proverbs 14 and let's start at verse 12. Yep.
All right, I'm there.
Matter of fact, go up to verse 11. Start at verse 11.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
The house of the wicked shall be overthrown.
You see that? The house of the wicked shall be overthrown. Go ahead.
All right. But the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish.
Read that again.
But the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish.
The tabernacle of the upright. Just do what the Most High telling you to do. And do it right. That's the thing. Do it right to the best ability that the Most High gave you. With the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that he gave you. Right? Go ahead.
All right, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
There's a way that seemed right. It seemed like I'm finna go do this. It seemed like this ain't working out, so I need to go flip that.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like, oh, I ain't got nobody to help me with my child, so it seemed like I need to go get on that pole. Right? Go ahead.
All right. But the end thereof are the ways of death.
You see that? But the end of that is you getting bodied. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The end of that, the end of you thinking what you're doing is right, can get you bodied. Is it really worth it? Why don't you put your trust in the Most High so He can build you up the right way and bless you? I'd rather be blessed than cursed.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I'd rather be blessed than cursed, right? So let's get this. Let's get Ezekiel 22. Ezekiel 22, 26. We go back to the brother Ezekiel. A powerful brother in the Most High, right? Let's get verse 26. Yep.
22, 26.
Just come.
All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
Her priests have violated my law.
So the Most High said his priests have violated his law, right? The Benloya, the Levites, right? Go ahead.
And have profaned my holy things.
We profane the holy things of the Most High, right? They profane the rainbow. They profane the lamb, the fish, everything, the feast days, turn the high holy days into holidays, right? Everything that we go in on or supposed to be doing according to the Most High's will, they profane those things. And it's done by the hand of the priests, the ones that we're supposed to be going to for spiritual guidance, right? You better get with one of these brothers that you call niggas on these corners that's out here teaching his people. That's who you better get with. Because at the end of the day, we gonna fear what the Most High say. Let the Most High be true and every man a liar. Especially some dude that got a daggone ding dong on his neck and a button up. He gonna take your money. He gonna play you. The priests are the ones that's putting us in this position, right? Go ahead.
Slocky. They have put no difference between the holy and profane.
You see that? Go to the Sunday church, right? They're gonna have a clean animal like the turkey, right? They had a clean turkey down there, some chicken. And what's gonna be right beside it? That damn, what'd you say, that honey glazed bacon ham with the pineapples in it, right? Every time, or some pork barbecue chopped up, or some ribs, or Big Mama over here who's still slaving in her mind, then brought some damn chitlins.
Mm-hmm.
Or brother or Uncle Ben that made some dirty rice. No, Uncle Ben, we don't eat that. You see what I'm saying? They profane and they put no difference between the holy and the profane. All right, go ahead.
All right. Neither have they shewed difference between the unclean and the clean.
You see that? No difference between the unclean and the clean. Go ahead.
And have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths.
See, they ain't even going to the temple to worship on the Sabbath. They ain't having no high holy day on the Sabbath, bringing it in sundown, right? They go on Sunday worship. See that? They profane the Sabbath and threw it behind them, close their eyes to it, right? Go ahead.
And I am profane among them.
And when we do those things, we profane the Most High. I don't want that judgment. I don't want that judgment on me to profane the Most High. I pray all the time, and look, just give me the strength to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do according to what you want. What you want. It ain't about me. For me to have the relationship that I have with the Most High, I had to get rid of myself. I had to get rid of everything that was taught to me and understand that all that was a lie. And until we do that as a people, and until you do that as an individual and come back and start keeping these laws, you can continue to be lost in the sauce and keep profaning the Most High till the judgment come to you. All right, let's get some more. Let's get where we at? Ezekiel, right? Let's get Galatians. Perfect time to go into Galatians. What old school said there? Y'all don't never read out the New Testament. Boy, if you don't go on over there and sit down somewhere, boy,
Oh, snap.
We go all back up and down and in and out. What you mean? Right? Let's get a Galatians chapter 6. Oh man, so like my Bible stuff. Okay. Chapter 6 and verse 7.
All right. This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
It says, be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked.
You see that? The Most High said, be not deceived. He ain't mocked. Right? Go ahead.
For whatsoever a man soweth.
Whatsoever a man soweth, right? Go ahead.
Oh, it's like that shall he also reap.
You're gonna reap. You can't plant an apple seed and think you're gonna get cherries. You can't put a pineapple down and think bananas gonna grow. You can't plant, watch this, you can't plant righteous seeds and expect evil to come upon you. You can't expect to plant evil seeds and expect righteous things to come upon you. Shalom, shalom, Akim in the chat. I see you. All praises, all praises. Brother Shia in the building. He on the road right now, getting it in. Yeah, I was looking at that comment. The Ox said, can you elaborate on the 2/3? And matter of fact, let me just post it real quick. See what the brother said. So the brother said, can you elaborate on the 1/3? And we were just going into how the rebelliousness of our people is what get them in the position they in, right? And that everybody's not going to get it. Everybody's not going to get it, right? So now the brother Shia, powerful brother in the camp, we got a premiere coming Friday for him. He broke down the valley of the dry bones in Ezekiel. He says, Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Most High, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. That's talking about the ones that's keeping the commandments, the one that have built that personal relationship. You can't get that personal relationship without doing what the Most High tell you. You can't get into the kingdom. Matter of fact, one of my favorite scriptures. Let's snatch that up real quick while we got this going real quick. Get that Revelation 22:14. It's simple. It's simple. You're gonna do what the Most High tell you to do. That's how you build a relationship. The relationship ain't to benefit you. Well, it is going to benefit you because it's good for you. But at the end of the day, that's what the Most High commanded you to do. You're only here to worship Him. Right? You're only here to worship the Most High. Right? Go ahead.
Oh, you said 22 and what? 19?
22:14.
Oh, it's like, all right. This is Revelations chapter 22 and verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Now, remember earlier in the lesson, when we was reading back Abraham, he said, now when it came time to give out them blessings, remember that? What's the first part of that scripture again?
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Blessed are they that do his commandments. Abraham was doing his commandments. Blessed are they that do his commandments, so they can have what?
Oh, it's like that they may have right to the tree of life.
No, so they can be part of the 2/3 and die.
That they may have right to the tree of life.
See that? That they may have right to the tree of life. Not being a part of the 2/3. The 2/3 finna be cut off and die. That's why the brother put the thumb, look at the thumb, pointed at the joint like this word right here. 2 parts. These people shall die, this word, right? All right, I got another one though. He put another one up in there. Hold up. All right. He said, Romans chapter 9, verse 27. Isaiah also crieth concerning Israel, right? Though the number of children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, just like we just read back in Genesis, right? A remnant shall be saved. Why? Because only a remnant is going to do what the Most High commanded. Only a remnant is going to build that relationship the way they need to, where they in total submission and subjugation to the will of the Father. Me and my wife was talking about this the other day. It ain't about me no more. It ain't about you no more. It's about what the Most High want. It's about for the building up of the nation, not about yourself. Yeah, the Most High gonna bless you in the process, but at the end of the day, if you ain't doing what he actually do, he'll also sit your ass down. He'll sit you down and get you to thinking. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good couple precepts that we can bring, and that all ties in together. Don't be a part of the 1/3. I meant the 2/3. Be a part of the 1/3. Go try to attempt, if it's Lord willing, to be a part of the 144 out of the 1/3. That's what we really going for. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want right there. But that's all up to the Most High. We don't know that, but we just gonna do what he asks us to do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do what he asks us to do. All right. So now let's get what was we still in Galatians, right?
Yeah, Galatians.
All right, bring that Galatians 7 back out.
All right.
Galatians 6 and 7. Start at the top again.
All right. This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Be not deceived.
Don't be deceived. Don't even think about it. Don't trick yourself. Right? Go ahead.
Yahweh is not mocked.
You are not gonna mock the Most High. He gonna mock and laugh at you. You ain't gonna laugh at him. Right? Go ahead.
For whatsoever a man soweth,
mm-hmm.
that shall he also reap.
You're gonna receive whatever you do. Whatever you do, good or evil, you gotta pay for that. Right? Go ahead.
All right, verse 8. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
He that soweth of his flesh shall of his flesh reap corruption. I don't want corrupt flesh. I lose my mind if I get a pimple on my face. You know what I'm saying? But brothers will shave all day and get all kind of blackheads up under it. You know why? Because they didn't keep a simple commandment like keeping your beard. You see what I'm saying? That's so simple. But our people make it hard on themselves. Right? Go ahead.
All right. But he that soweth to the spirit.
He that soweth of the spirit, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, crying aloud, sparing not, putting brutes on the ground, going to the highways and hedges, holding a live stream, doing unity camps, waking the people up, staying up late, teaching this brother, bringing this sister in the truth, showing her how to do this, raising your children right. That's spiritual. Those that are doing what?
But he that soweth to the spirit, shall of the spirit reap life everlasting.
Of the spirit receive life everlasting. I need that. I need that Revelations 22:14 we just read. I need that. Right? I need that Zechariah 13 and 8. That Romans 9:27. I need that. See what I'm saying? It ain't hard, right? You had a preset you want to bring out, bro?
Yeah, I got both.
Because I heard it right here. Like you got to bring something out, bro. Go ahead, bring something. What you got?
All right. I got one in Proverbs. I'm gonna start off with.
I'll read it for you.
All right. It's Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 25.
Proverbs 10:25.
Yeah.
Time. All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10 and verse 25. As the whirlwind passeth, so is the wicked no more.
All right, as the whirlwind passed, everything going with it. He's saying that wickedness pretty much going with it.
Mm-hmm.
Be there no more. You know what I'm saying? So if you wicked, you going with that whirlwind, whatever type of destruction you bring forth.
Time. Right. But the righteous is an everlasting foundation.
But the righteous is an everlasting foundation. You know what I'm saying? That means that whatever you put in that foundation, you know what I'm saying, that thing gonna still sit there. It ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's another one. You probably got it though. It's I think it's in like Matthew's, talking about the house. I think you was talking about it today.
The house built on shaky ground, on the stone, on shaky stone.
Yeah,
I got you. I know where you at. I
had it on my finger. I swear I had it on my finger, but I lost that jump.
You done lost it. We're gonna get it though. We'll find it.
I mean, I can get another one. I got another one I was holding because it goes right along with it though.
Okay, what's that?
2 Timothy 2:19.
2 Timothy 2:19.
Yeah.
All right.
And I can look for that other one real quick.
I got that one pulling up. I think I may have it. Okay, I got you. You want that? It's actually in Luke. I got the one you talking about.
It's in Luke. Oh, go ahead.
Right. Luke chapter 6 and verse 48.
Oh, 6.
Luke chapter 6 verse 48. He is like a man which built an house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock.
So pretty much, Salaki, pretty much that house, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it was another one. It's pretty much saying exactly this. It was like it's like the wise man built the house on a rock, and then
okay. I know what you at.
Yeah, it was like, and then the fool had built his house on some sand.
You big dummy. Matthew 7. I think that's what you wanted. Matthew 7. Let me look at it real quick. Matthew 7, and I want to say it's 24, 25.
25. Yep. 24 and 25. Yep.
Let me see. Okay. Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell. And great was the fall of it.
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? That rock is pretty much that strong foundation. But that strong foundation come from, it says, whosoever hears these sayings of mine, pretty much those laws, statutes, and commandments. So, you know, as long as you hear and do them, you know what I'm saying, pretty much listen and do whatever the Most High wants you to do. It's just like building your house on a rock, which is like, you know what I'm saying, pretty much your house is built on a strong foundation. And then, you know, whoever don't do them, it says, shall be likened to a foolish man would be like, who would build a house on some sand? That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a fool. Right when that water.
It don't even really take no hard water. It don't even really take nothing hard to take that out. It's over.
Look,
so he trying to build a sand castle. That must be done immediately.
Ain't it? But you gonna punish that because look, he ain't even just send the water. He sent floods, winds, and he beat it upon the house.
Beat it vehemently. It's gonna get towed down. It's gonna get towed down. Ain't gonna stand up in that. It's funny you brought that out. We was talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
See, once you start keeping the laws, you now have a foundation in righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
And once you got that foundation, you can build up that house. And now you have a defense against the elements in the turmoil and the things that are throwing you away. Now you can go inside, close the door, you all right.
Mm-hmm. That temptation.
You out there. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just saying like the temptation and all that too.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, you ain't trying to have your house fall in the sand. That's it. That's embarrassing. All right. But our people go through that all the time. Because they don't want to have the right attitude, dispensation to come back to the laws of the Most High. They think we out there as your enemy, and we just here to give you warning. That's it.
They're just trying to buy a house with drug money. But they're gonna wonder where that money come from.
With all cash.
Ain't it?
Like, wait, bro, how you walk in here all cash and pay $800,000 for this house in a Nike book bag. Come on, bro. But to our people, that's hot, bro. No, it's hot. Yes, it's definitely hot. You're gonna get a lot of heat on you. Because Esau finna come see why you got that. So it's time to build yourself up, man. It ain't hard. It ain't hard, bro. All us came from situations and did things that we ain't proud of. And we did those things thinking that we was doing right. We was leading to our own understanding. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand that the law establishes the morality of the Most High. Thou shalt not kill. You're not raised knowing that, or thou shalt not steal. Let's take that for instance, right? Mm-hmm. So we say thou shalt not steal. When you're a baby, you don't know that. That mug got something that you want, that baby will go right over there and snatch it. That baby does not have permission. That's not his. That's stealing until the mom or the dad come and say, no, don't do that. Stop. Give him a don't do that. No. Mm-hmm. Then it hits their mind like, wait, I can't take other people's stuff. But if that child ain't never taught that, anything that child want, that child gonna run up and be robbing people. Because he's never been told that was morally wrong. Killing is the same way. Sleeping with another man's wife is the same way. Fornicating is the same way. The dietary laws, like I didn't know that eating swine was against God. I didn't know that. So I ate swine in my past. I hate even saying it. You know what I'm saying now? But I did. But I didn't know that I was going against the Most High. So I was breaking the law unknowingly. Now, if I do that and I know it, now there's a punishment and a judgment for that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Man. Nah, it's no good. Not for no baconator. Nah. So now watch this. Let's get into establishing it. Let's get Romans. Let's go. Wait. You had something in 2 Timothy you wanted to bring out though.
Oh yeah. I can bring it out real quick. I still got
it. Get that. Yeah, we don't want to miss no precepts.
All right. Con.
Where was you at?
2 Timothy 2:19.
All right, I'll bring it out. You can bring it out because it was your precept. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 19. Nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure, having this seal. The Lord knoweth them that are his. Let everyone that nameth the name of Yahawashi depart from iniquity.
Hey, I'm about to say that. There you go, right there. Pretty much.
That explains itself.
Yeah, ain't it? I'm about to say, yeah, pretty much.
You want me to read that again?
I mean, I can break it down from there because pretty much, nevertheless, the foundation of Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, stand surely. Mm-hmm. But pretty much it ain't, you know what I'm saying. This foundation right here, this is just it, you know what I'm saying. This probably well, ain't gonna say probably, but this is the strongest foundation that you're gonna ever have. You know what I'm saying? He created the earth, and he created this foundation for the Israelites. So, you know what I'm saying? And then it says, let everyone that nameth in the name of Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, mm-hmm. from iniquity. And that just goes back to sin. So you know, and that's another thing. That's pretty much telling you what you got to do in order to build that foundation. You know what I'm saying? Leave that sin alone. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Oh yeah. Nah, that's a good precept though.
Yeah, most definitely, bro.
Because all he keep telling us the same thing, but you know we hard-headed as a people.
Yeah.
Hard-headed as hell, boy. I'm telling you. And then think we crazy because we telling you to keep the laws of the Most High. We reading the Bible to you, breaking it down, giving you an understanding that you probably ain't never heard before. I know you ain't heard it in church, but because it's some people that look just like you can't accept that. You don't want that. Because I look like you. See? That's the foolishness of our people, man. That's why people look down on us, right? So I had what's this? Romans, what's that? Chapter 2, verse 14. Yeah. Romans chapter 2, verse 14.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 2 and verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
For when the Gentiles, which have not the law,
Read that again.
for when the Gentiles, which have not the law,
Right.
do by nature the things contained in the law,
Do by nature the things that are contained in the law. That's what I was just saying. You may not do something or eat something or say, well, I ain't gonna never shave my face. That's a law, but you might not know that that's one of the most highest laws for his people. You might not have known that, right? Go ahead.
These, having not the law, are all unto themselves.
Right, go ahead.
All right, verse 15. Which shew the work of the law written in their hearts.
Which show the word of the law written in their hearts, right? So they do this naturally, in essence, right? They do it in their mind, right? Go ahead.
All right. Their conscience.
Go ahead.
Oh, their conscience also bearing witness.
They don't think that what they're doing is right or wrong. That's just who they are, right? Go ahead.
And their thoughts, the meanwhile accusing or else accusing one another.
You see that? Accusing or excusing. You see that? Saying like, okay, well, I don't believe in the Bible, so they don't think that people gay is a sin. Well, the Bible says that that's a sin. So where's your moral compass coming from? Well, I know that a man and a woman naturally go together. Yeah, because that's the will of the Most High. But to then say, nah, I'm not going to accuse them of that. I'm going to give them a pass on that. You can do whatever you want to. Long as you doing what you doing over there, you ain't bothering nobody. No, you bothering the Most High. See that? They excuse one another from it, right? While accusing. You see that? Go ahead.
All right, verse 16. In the day when Yahweh shall judge the secrets of men.
Because it's coming a time when the Most High say he gonna do what?
Judge the secrets of men.
By who?
By Yahawashi.
By the Hamashiach Yahawashi. He coming. Isaiah 66:15. You better get right. Right? Go ahead.
According to my gospel.
According to my gospel. According to the good news that the Most High is established.
Good time.
At the end of the day, you're gonna do what he's telling you to do. That's how you build it. Just make it easy for yourself. Make that thing easy for yourself. All right. Let's get something else on that. Let's go back to that Timothy. Let's go to 1 Timothy this time. And let's get chapter 4. And I'm gonna say verse 1. Let me see. I think that's what I want. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
1 Timothy chapter 4 and 1.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressly. Go ahead.
That in the later times, some shall depart from the faith.
Woo! Read that again, because that's what's going on. It's a lot, man. I'm telling you, brothers that used to see on videos, brothers used to be out in the street, you ain't seeing them no more. That's how we know. This is another prophecy that we know we're in the last days. Because a lot of brothers that used to be in this truth, they ain't in it no more. All right? They doing a whole bunch of other stuff. When they done came into the knowledge, now they out there doing a bunch of you don't know where they at. You can't reach them no more. When you do see them, you question them. Hey, bro, you still in the truth? Yeah, I know about it, but I just got this going on right now. That's how we know this thing almost up, man. That's how you know your relationship and your faith better be tight with the Most High. Good. Read that part again from the top, because this scripture is heavy right here.
All right. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly. In the latter times, some shall depart from the faith.
Some shall depart from the faith. They're gonna stop believing in Yahawashi. They're gonna think you ain't got to keep the Sabbath day. They're gonna think you ain't got to keep the laws. They're gonna say the New Testament is the white man's touching of the Greeks and all that foolishness. Right? They're gonna fall away. They kind of gonna get blood. Their zeal. They ain't gonna want to go to the street no more. They ain't gonna want to be seen of nobody. Nah, bro, we gonna do that. We ain't trying to be out there in the limelight. That's what's gonna happen, bro. They're gonna be like, look, man, let's get on the plane, man. Let's go to Africa, man. No, I want to be right here. I want to be right here. No, I don't want to move to no damn Gambia. No, I want to be right here and show my faith in the Most High and let the judgment of the Most High fall down how it's going to be. No, right? And the latter times, some are going to depart out of this faith, man, because they don't have the faith of the Most High. They scared, man. You can't be in a relationship with the Most High and you scared. You can't be ready to kill your son and be scared. You can't talk to a nation, to the king of a nation, and your people is in slavery and subjection if you scared. You know what I'm saying? You can't be scared in this thing, man. You know what's coming. If it's your time to go, the Most High say he got you. He got you. Don't worry. You're going to get that crown of life, but you died for this? That crown of life, boy, that boy probably going to be stupid on your head, boy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be getting crowned. Yeah, you worked there. You did this. You went out to, you know what I'm saying? But when you be like, yo, these people right here, these the ones that gave that, what? They gave their life for this? Come on, man. Come on, man. Got to have faith in this thing, man. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, giving heed to seducing spirits.
So you leave the faith, right? You leave the strength, the umbrella, right? The protection of the Most High, giving heed to seducing spirits. Those are seducing spirits. Yeah, let me seduce you. Let me show you something that I know you're gonna like. That's gonna get you over here. Well, let me show you that. I'm gonna give you this right here, and it's gonna take you away from that. Or let me give you a job that's gonna make you a lot of money. Let me take you away from that. But I'm telling you, I done had it happen.
Yep.
I done had it happen. The Most High don't play. He'll put something right in front of it, and until you show him, I'm like, nah, I'm not cutting my beard to work there. It ain't gonna happen. No, I'm not working on the Sabbath day. It ain't gonna happen. You know why? Because at the end of the day, when all said and done, when it comes time to hand out that allowance, when it comes time to hand out them rewards, you did what I told you to do, and you was willing to sacrifice what you had. I'm trying to hear that. I need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing seduce you and get your spirit caught up, right? And what else?
And doctrines of devils.
Anything outside of the gospel of the Most High, Hamashiach Yahawashi, is doctrines of devils. Don't be getting caught up listening to a whole bunch of folk telling you a whole bunch of stuff. It's thus saith the Lord. This what it said. And yeah, maybe you need a little help breaking down parable. That's why you link up with your elders. That's why you link up with brothers that's in this truth. That's why you link up, build up your family, and you learn and you study and you read. Blessed is he that readeth. You see what I'm saying? So you're not getting seduced. You're not giving heed to doctrines of devils. You ain't doing all that. You're going to keep this faith, right? Go ahead.
All right. Verse 2, speaking lies and hypocrisy.
And hypocrisy, right? Remember we just had the lesson, 2 weeks ago on hypocrisy. Being a damn hypocrite. Saying one thing, doing the other. Keeping the law, I'm going to break the law. I'm going to do this over here where everybody can see me, and when nobody can't see him, I'm going to do the total opposite of that. Integrity, gone. All right? Hypocrisy, go ahead.
All right. Having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Having their mind made up. This what I'm finna do, and ain't nobody gonna change nothing.
Yeah, they should have thought about that when they came into the truth.
You should have thought about that when you came into the truth. Heavy words. You should have thought about that when you came in the truth, because it's better for you to have not known this at all versus come in, start keeping the commandments, putting the fringes on, growing your beard out, right? Putting the pork down and all that. You did all that to then in the last days, in the last moment, the 3, 2, 1. Now you don't want to have nothing to do with the truth. Man, the Most High gonna put a judgment on you heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that, right? Let's get something else. Let's get Psalm 78:5. Because it start, once you get this, you got to do something else. It ain't just you no more. Remember?
says Psalm 78.
Psalm 78 started. We'll go verse 5. It ain't just you no more.
I'm about to
It
say,
ain't just you no more.
I just got up that jump where you said it's better to not have known too if you want to get it.
Go ahead, bring it up.
All right. So 2:21. One past 2:21. This flimsy thing, boy, I tell you, it's doing good though.
On the mic, them pages sound crispy.
Hey, I'm telling you, it crispy.
Yeah. On the mic, they sound crispy. I'm telling you.
All right, this is 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21.
Right?
For it had been better for them to for them not to have known the way of the righteousness.
Read that again.
For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness.
It was better for you not to have known the way of righteousness. What is the righteousness? These law, statutes, and commandments. And we're going to get into that. Go ahead.
All right. Then after they have known it.
Then after you've known this, you didn't, like I just said, you done switched up. You telling people, look, bro, you can't do that no more. Right? You done did all that, man. And then all of a sudden, go ahead.
All right. To turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
You turn from the holy commandment. That means you ain't never had no relationship because your foundation won't build up. You built your foundation on, oh, I'm an Israelite. I'm chosen. It's all good now. Bro, that's the first half. That's the milk. I'm trying to get some steak. You know what I'm saying? I need that top something with you, the steak master. Give me one on what's the top steak that you can get? Something. I need that wugoo. You know what I'm saying? I need me a 12-ounce wugoo joint. Well, you know what I mean?
Right? Let me go to 22 real quick because this one it says, but it has happened unto them according to the true proverb.
Mm-hmm.
The dog is turned to his own vomit again.
Read that again.
All right. It is happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit.
You see that? You return to your own throw up. No one cares about what they threw up. You don't throw up and be like, I need to find a bag to vacuum seal this in, and no, don't throw my throw up away. Don't flush the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Keep that. No, we're gonna keep that. What do you mean?
Oh,
it's no good to you. That's what the Most High is telling you about who you used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Who you used to be before you came into this is throw up. It's nothing to the Most High. It's doo-doo to the Most High. So why would you go back to it? Right? I don't know nobody that said, let me save my Earl. Like what?
I Earl on my shirt. I gotta throw that drink away. You hear me?
Right. Immediately. I don't want nothing. I'll brush my teeth, wash my face, take a jump in the shower. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? But our people, what we do? Go back to who we used to be, and especially in these last days. That's how you know them relationships ain't tight like they need to. Foundations is all out of order because they came into this thinking about the wrong things. Thinking about the wrong things, right? You got another one you want to bring up?
Oh no. Yeah, 78 5. Yeah.
All right. Let's get that Psalm 78 and start at verse 5, brother.
All right. The book of Psalms, chapter 78, chapter 78, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
For he established a testimony in Jacob,
right,
and appointed a law in Israel.
Now we just read about Abraham, right? We just read about Ezekiel. We read about Isaiah, right? We heard what Christ said. These are our patriarchs. These are our forefathers. These are our ancestors, right? Go ahead.
Which he commanded our fathers.
Well, he did what?
Commanded our fathers.
So if he commanded it of them, who are you?
The children.
We their children, right? Go ahead.
That they should make them known to their children.
And so what we supposed to be doing? The same thing. So that our nation prospers. So that you prosper. See what I'm saying? Make them known to your children. Right? Go ahead.
All right, verse 6. That the generation to come.
That what?
The generation to come.
The generation to come. Go ahead.
Might know them.
Might know them. Go ahead.
Even the children which should be born.
That's talking about the kids that are not born. When this was written, we weren't born. But we had to have somebody teach us the right way. Teach us the law, statutes, and commandments so we wouldn't be going off. And what do we do to our children, right? What do I do to my kids? I teach them what? This law. Yeah. So when my grandkids come into the world, guess what? They will be born in this law. So that then when they get older, my great grandkids, Lord willing, if we still here or not, and I get to see that, they will be in this. And then so on and so forth. I did my job. I did what you commanded me to do. That's how I feel about the Most High. That's the relationship I want with the Most High. To teach the generation that should come. Right? Go ahead.
All right. Who should arise and declare them to their children.
Go ahead.
All right, verse 7. That they might set their hope in Yahweh.
How do you build a relationship with the Most High?
Set their hope in Yahweh.
Go ahead.
And not forget the works of Yahweh.
And how do you build a relationship with the Most High?
And not forget the works of Yahweh.
But do what?
But keep his commandments.
But do what?
Keep his commandments.
How you build a relationship with the Most High and get tight with him?
Keep his commandments.
Keep his commandments. It's a simple. Everything goes back to keeping the commandments. Keeping the commandments. Period. Point blank. Nothing else. That's it. That's all. Right? Let's get something else. Let's get Proverbs. You got something? I heard a rumbling.
Oh no. That's just this right here.
Okay. Oh, the pages.
Yeah.
All right, I got you, man. Whenever you're ready, I gotta be quick because you'll throw one out there quick. We're like, wait, hold up, bro. Let me get that with you. All right, let's get Proverbs 19, verse 20. Let's start at verse 20.
All right.
Let's get the counsel of the Most High.
And this is Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 20.
Come on.
Hear counsel.
Hear counsel. Take good advice. Right? Go ahead.
And receive instruction.
Don't think that you can't be taught nothing. Right? Don't think you ever too wise that you can't learn.
And
right? I learn I learn every day. I don't know. I learn every day that I don't know nothing. Right? Go ahead.
That thou mayest be wise in thy latter end.
So when the Most High start blowing candles out, knocking houses down, taking people away with the wind, let the water and the wave wash them back, right? You're going to stick around in the latter end. You know why? Because when it was time for you to humble yourself and start doing what he told you to do, you received that instruction. You heard the counsel of the elders. You was able to be told when, hey, you wrong. Being told that you're wrong will teach you more than being told that you're right all the time.
Just at least listen to find out if it was foolish talk or wisdom.
Because a lot of times it's a thing called pride.
Oh yeah, we talked about that the other day.
All right, your pride. You got to put that old person, that prideful, I'm better than this person. Yeah, you better than Esau and the other nations. But you ain't a damn thing if you living like a Gentile and ain't keeping his laws. We done read it about 4 times. You got to do what the Most High command you to do. All right. Go ahead. There's more.
All right. Slocky. 20. Oh no, 19 and 20, right? We started.
Yeah. You was at 20, 19 and verse 20. Go to 21.
All right. There are many devices in a man's heart.
See that pride, right? You don't want to hear the counsel. You don't want to receive the instruction. You don't want to be wise in the latter days. You don't want to be wise then. You want to think you know everything now, right? Read verse 21 again.
All right. There are many devices in a man's heart.
So you got a lot going on in your mind. Remember, we just read earlier that the whole heart is faint, is weak. Your mind is weak. What you think is right is weakness, right? You don't have faith in the Most High. Go ahead.
All right. Nevertheless, the counsel of Yahweh that shall stand.
You see that? The counsel of the Most High shall stand. And what's the counsel? Brothers and sisters and elders that are able to teach you to keep the laws, keep the feast day, keep the high holy days. Communicate with your brother. Check in on your brother and your sister. Make sure they all right. Make sure you being a good shepherd to the people. That's what the Most High want, right? Taking the counsel of the Most High, right? Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord shall stand. You cannot get around that. You're not going to tell him what to do.
Oh, no.
You're not going to tell the Most High what to do. No, I don't like that God. What? It'll kill you where you stand.
And
I don't feel like I don't want to do the Sabbath day. What you mean? Yes, you do. Because he can kill you for that. Nah, man, I don't know about dropping that pork, bro. I'll kill you for that. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
that's how you get down. His word gonna stand. And once you get that fear of his word standing and what you think and what you do outside of his law, don't mean a damn thing, man. Don't mean a damn thing. Right? Let's get Proverbs 28 and 26. Proverbs 28 and 26. All right, watch this.
All right, this is Proverbs 28 and verse 26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool.
Read it again.
He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool.
Go ahead.
But whoso walketh wisely.
Whoso walketh what?
Wisely.
Keeping them law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
He shall be delivered.
How do you build a relationship with the Most High? Walk wisely. So you can be delivered, saved, redeemed, lifted up, put set on high. I don't know what else you need to hear, but that's what we got to do.
They just need to read the whole wise sayings of Proverbs, and then they'll
just go through the Proverbs, right? Get them Proverbs in your system, right? Now watch this. Let's get Jeremiah 17 and 9. So we got to change the way we think. The Most High, when you start keeping these laws, when you start coming back to him and you really trying to do what he tell you to do, you got to change the way you think. Because what you thought got you in the position you're in. What you thought was fun got you in the position you're in. What you thought was right got you in the position that you are in. We are in slavery because we thought we were doing what we wanted to do and it was right. That's why we are on this live stream right now in America now. We should be in Jerusalem having good food, eating some lamb, you know what I'm saying? Seeing our kids run around happy, protected, under the Most High. But no, now we gotta be the crab in the bucket effect on our people, pulling each other out, bringing each other down, and you only got a few brothers that's gonna try to lift them up.
Crazy.
That's where we at right now. Because we didn't want to do what the Most High said. We didn't want to help build the nation up and build a relationship with him, right? So now, let's get Jeremiah, what I say, 17 and 9? Yeah, 17 and 9.
All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
The mind is desperately is deceitful above all things. All right, go ahead.
And desperately wicked.
And desperately wicked.
God.
What you think you're going to do outside of the laws of the Most High is always going to be wicked.
God.
It eventually is going to lead to wicked. If the Most High wasn't around, think about this. If the Most High wasn't around dealing with us as people, everything would be dead. Everything would be destroyed. We definitely be destroyed. we destroyed now. So I'm talking about like annihilation, destruction. There would be no more people here. Everything would be dead and gone because there's no moral compass without the laws of the Most High. All right, read that again from the top, brother.
All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
So your mind is deceitful above all things, is desperately wicked. Go ahead.
Who can know it?
How can you know whether or not you're doing right or wrong?
God.
How you gonna know? We thought, oh, I'm a good person. She's an okay, nice lady. That mother wicked as hell if she ain't keeping these laws. If she ain't keeping the laws, he ain't keeping the laws, they ain't keeping the laws, they wicked. Period. There's no gray area. Nah, I'm gonna do it sometimes and sometimes I'm not. No, you violating. The Most High gonna chew you up and spit you out. All right. Read verse 10.
All right. I, Yahweh, search the heart.
So the Most High gonna search your mind, right? Go ahead.
I trod the reins.
He gonna put you through some stuff. Go ahead.
Even to give every man according to his ways.
What did he say he gonna do?
Even to give every man according to his ways.
Go ahead.
And according to the fruit of his doings.
You plant that seed of righteousness, you can't get nothing but a righteous tree with some righteous fruit. Continue to water it, put the word on it, right? Get that fertilizer on it, get you some good counsel, right? Build up yourself, right? Pull the weeds from around it, right? I only know that because my wife be gardening, but I'm just saying. That's basic principles. Let the weeds grow around the fruit that you plant. You try to do something good, the weeds gonna kill it. You got to remove them, right? You got to remove them devices and vices and those people out of your life that's gonna keep you away from the Most High, because they're gonna bring you down. They're gonna choke you out. They're gonna suffocate you and smother you, right? That's matter of fact. Let's get that. Let's get that. Jump up to verse 7. Jump up to verse 7 and read down.
All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 7.
Come on.
Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh, and whose hope whose hope Yahweh is.
Read that again. How do we build that true relationship?
All right. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh.
You trust in the Most High. Go ahead.
And whose hope Yahweh is.
That's so simple. That's the second time we done read that in a whole nother part of the Bible. You got to trust the Most High. Lean not to what you think is correct. All right. Have your foundation in him and Yahawashi in the faith. All right. Go ahead.
For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters.
The tree planted by the waters he'll never be thirsty. He gonna grow nice and big because he right there by that water. Right, go ahead.
All right, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river.
She gonna go to it. She gonna spread the roots. You have them trees that be like 300-400 years old, but they hard to knock down, ain't they? They hard to knock, especially ones by the water in the jungle. But they roots be coming out the ground. Right there on the river. Tree trunk, the roots be thicker than my whole body. Sucking up all the water. Trees be tall in the mud. A canopy. They call that a canopy down there in the jungle. Right down that water. Right? Go ahead.
All right. And shall not see when heat cometh.
And that canopy, ain't it? And shall not see when heat cometh. When trial and tribulation come, it's rooted. It ain't going nowhere. You go through something, so what? You shake it off, you go through it, you ask the Most High to forgive you, give you the judgment and mercy, and you keep it pushing and doing what he tell you to do. That's the hope that he gonna get you through this thing, right? Go ahead.
But her leaf shall be green.
A leaf shall be what?
Green.
Ripe. Right, on point all the time, right? Go ahead.
And shall not be careful in the year of drought.
So even when it's going bad, when you ain't get the water, when you done failed, you done slipped up a little bit, guess what? I ain't tripping, man. I still got the hope and Yahawashi. I still got the faith that the Most High gonna deliver me through this. See what I'm saying? That's what the Most High talking about in these precepts, man. When it look like it ain't gonna be no rain, when it look like it ain't gonna be no sun, when it look like the dirt done dried up, but them roots is stuck, and them roots is on point. Guess what? You ain't worried about it. Them leaves still gonna be green because your foundation tight with the Most High. Right? Go ahead.
Neither shall cease from yielding fruit.
Read that again.
Neither shall cease from yielding fruit.
Neither shall cease from yielding fruit. See that? Once that mug get to growing, it's hard to stop that thing. You got to cut it down. You got to cut that tree down. You don't want to cut your tree down, do you? You done built it up.
And
why you want to cut it down? And it's gonna continue to make you some fruit. You a damn fool. That's how you know Esau a fool. He want to cut the trees down. You know what I'm saying?
And food.
Yeah, and that's food and everything. Food, oxygen, clean the air, the water. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you want to be. That's how you should strive to be, right? Let's get Proverbs 3 and 5. I got a few more scriptures, and we'll be about ready to wrap it up. It's a good lesson right here, man, for the people, man. It's a good lesson, man. Combination of things. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 4. Let's start at verse 4 and read down.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 4. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of Yahweh and man.
Read that again, bruh. Read that again, man.
So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of Yahweh and man.
You want to find favor in the sight of the Most High and men. But you can't get favor from the Most High if you ain't doing his commandments. Ain't nobody gonna trust you if you ain't keeping the Most High commandments. People come tell me anything. You know why? Because they know that they can trust me because I keep the Most High commandments. If I'm that old nigga sitting on the porch that know everybody business, smoking a cigarette, can work on your car, go get me a crack rock about once or twice a week, come back, you ain't gonna want to tell me nothing and deal with me on that level. Because I ain't got no wisdom. I ain't showing that I'm trustworthy or you want to instill in me and confide in me because I ain't got the Most High backing me up. So you know what I'm saying? Right? Go ahead.
All right. Verse 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart.
No, just a little bit.
Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart.
How to build a relationship with the Most High? By doing what?
Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart.
Go ahead.
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
Lean not to your own understanding. You are going to fail. You got to get that through your head. You are going to fail if you try to do it your way. Right? It's his way. Lean not to your own understanding. We just read that the heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? Right? Go ahead.
All right. Verse 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him.
And everything you do, how you build a relationship with the Most High?
In all thy ways acknowledge him.
Acknowledge him. Put him first. Go ahead.
And he shall direct thy paths.
He's going to move you like a chessboard. Move you like a chess piece. All right, I'm going to move him over here now. Oh, sorry. You got to go back. Okay. Yeah. That's how the Most High get down. He going to control. Let him take the wheel. What did we say the other day? Let them. What was that lesson? Let the Most High take control. Stop resist. Yeah, stop resisting. Stop resisting. Let the Most High do what he do. All right. Go ahead.
All right, verse 7. Be not wise in thine own eyes.
How you build a relationship with the Most High?
Be not wise in thine own eyes.
And what else?
Fear the Lord.
Do what?
Fear the Lord.
And what else?
And depart from evil.
How you to build a relationship?
All right, fear the Lord and depart from evil.
And depart from evil. You got to put off old school and come into the new school. You got to do that. You want that relationship with the Most High, you got to put off the old wickedness that you was doing.
Hey, how about the Most High knew who he was dealing with, bro. Because once you look at it, bro, he put it in so many ways, but every time he's saying the exact same thing.
Some hard-headed people.
I'm telling you.
Hey, like it's like, bro, he really just said it like 12 times. In like 4-5 verses, he said it like 12 times. Like, God, no. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Most High get down. Watch this right here. We got to bring this out. Jump down to verse 11.
All right. Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Despise not the chastening of the Lord.
How you do it?
My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord.
Don't despise when the Heavenly Father get on your ass for being wicked. Don't be mad at that thing. You lucky that he even dealing with it, because the real Father that love you, he gonna correct you. Right? Go ahead.
Neither be wary of his correction.
Neither be worried of his correction. If you're doing what he say, guess what? Man, my pop's gonna hook me up. I ain't even worried about it because I'm doing what he told me to do.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna have no fear. Your worries go. You know why? Because you're doing what he told you to do. All right, go ahead.
All right. Verse 12. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth.
What the Most High say?
For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth.
Go ahead.
Even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth.
And a good father gonna whoop his kid's ass. But that means he loved them babies because he don't want them to go through what he had to deal with. And I'm speaking from an earthly standpoint. I would not want my children to have to do and go through what I went through because I was wicked. That's how you build that relationship with the Most High. Do what he says so that don't affect your children. And he already said, for whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth. See that? Read verse 13.
All right. Verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
Read it again.
Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
How you build a relationship with the Most High?
Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
By finding the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. Go ahead.
And the man that getteth understanding.
And get some understanding. Jeez, how many times we done read that tonight? Bro, I'm telling you, we done read that all through the Bible. Get the wisdom and the fear of the Most High in your system, man. That's the only way it's going to work. It's the only way you get built up, right? Now watch this right here. Let's get one more scripture because the Most High said he can help you with that sorrow. He can get you close to him. He can fix all that, right? Let's go back real quick. Let me get Isaiah. Let me start at Isaiah 45, man. No. 14. I want Isaiah 14. That's what I want. All right. This one, I want that. 14 and verse 3. Isaiah 14 and verse 3. And if you got something else, you can bring it out. But I'm gonna leave it off with this right here.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass
Mm-hmm.
in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
The Most High want to give you rest. All right, go ahead.
From thy sorrow and
from the sorrows that you're dealing with, the pain that you're going through, all the mopery, the depression, right? Go ahead.
And from thy fear.
What the Most High say he can help you with?
From thy fear.
When you build a relationship, the Most High gonna relieve you from what?
Fear.
That fear of not knowing when you're gonna get your next meal. That fear of if you don't got enough money, where you gonna get your job at, how you gonna feed your kids, how you gonna defend yourself, how you gonna get the next dollar to pay the light bill, how you gonna not get pulled over, the fear of getting pulled over and getting shot. When you got that relationship with the Most High and you fear him, you ain't worried about none of that, because you know he already told you he got you. He already told you he got you. Right? Go ahead.
Oh, I done lost my place. All right. And from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
Most High say, you do what I tell you to. Get that good relationship with me. Build yourself up. Do what I tell you. Keep that faith and that hope. And he can relieve you from the hard bondage in which you serve him right now. That's thus saith the Lord. That's thus saith the Lord, man. It's not a hard thing. All we done read was do what I'm telling you to do, do what I'm telling you to do, do what I'm telling you to do, do what I'm telling you to do. Right? So we got to come back to the Most High, get the true understanding, build up, reach out to the brothers, communicate with each other, build your nations up, right? So we can get up out of here. That's really what it comes down to. That's why I had to bring this out today, because there's a lot of people that don't know how to really truly build that relationship. It come down to you wanting to let him take control of the wheel. Let him take control of the wheel, man. Because what you didn't, every time you drive it, you run into the median, you didn't hit the construction cones, you off road. He trying to put you back on course, man. You swerving, getting chased by the police. Whenever you do it your way, so I want you to just come back to him. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to bring this out tonight, man. You brother, you had anything else you want to bring out?
No, I'm good. I saw something interesting though, but I read part of it, but I don't think it really go with. I mean, it go with it, but you know what I'm saying. It kind of, yeah.
What you thinking?
I'm over here in Ciroc.
Oh yeah, you can always bring out a good Ciroc. We like Ciroc. We like Ciroc.
But pretty much like the first, well, not the first, but the first one is pretty much, you know what I'm saying, the heritage and the land, and then the third part, where the third, fourth, and fifth part is pretty much, it can go into what we talking about. But I just read it. This is Ciroc chapter 46 and verse. I'm gonna just start at verse 9.
Okay.
All right. It says, the Lord gave strength also unto Caleb, which remained with him unto his old age, so that he entered upon the high places of the land, and his seed obtained it for inheritance. Talking about yes. All right. And then it says, verse 10, that all the children of Israel might see that it is good to follow the Lord.
Bro, that's heavy.
Yeah.
All the children. Did he say? Then we read it back in Proverbs and Psalms. Teach it to your children.
And then it
so
says,
you got to tell Negroes about 7 times. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. Verse 11 says, and concerning the judges, everyone by name, whose heart would not abhorring, nor departed from the Lord, let their memory be blessed.
Read that again, brother. You chopped up. Your voice chopped up. Read that again.
It says, concerning the judges, everyone by name, whose heart will not abhorring, nor depart from the Lord. Let their memory be blessed. And then
let me read it, bro, because your voice was going in and out just now.
my bad. Yeah, I can hear myself echoing right now.
Yeah, that was going in and out. What was you at 13? Oh, 11?
Yeah, 11.
Sirach chapter 46 and verse 11. And concerning the judges, everyone by name, whose heart went not a whoring, nor departed from the Most High, let their memory be blessed. See that?
Yeah.
Let their memory be blessed because they didn't depart from the Most High.
Oh, kind.
Right? That's what you was getting at, right?
Yeah. I was just trying to get a little understanding on that until I can so I can continue reading. And yeah, it said something about who was on. It said in the time of Moses, also he did a work of mercy. This is verse 7. He said he Caleb. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I ain't never heard of Caleb.
Caleb.
That's one of the descendants.
Yeah.
Oh, kind. I probably got him written down somewhere in my notes. I probably just don't remember.
Yeah, we'll that's a whole breakdown right there, though.
A word, kind.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just reading it, bro. While you was reading, while I was reading.
You was touching up on that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Time. I got one more I want to bring out. I want to bring this out. I think this is a good one. Romans 7 and 12. Romans 7 and 12. All right. We can get that, and then with that we can close out. And just get on to the next one.
All right. All right, I got you. This is Romans chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy.
And what else?
And just, and good.
And just and good. It all come back to the commandments, Israel. It all come back to the commandments. It's just, it's righteous, it's good, and it's good for you, right? So that's why we brought this out tonight. We hope that you was edified. Hope that, you join us again. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to reach out to us, it's Congregation of the Mighty, 821 at gmail.com. We also got, if you want to help us out with donations or any kind of alms to help push the word, we got the CashApp at COM821 to help donate and push the word if you want to help us out or whatever. We don't do tithes or nothing like that. So all the stuff that we have to do, we work hard for it, and then we just give it right back to the ministry. So with that, if you don't have nothing else, brother, we can close it out. We're gonna say, you got something?
Oh, no, I'm good. All
right. Yeah, with that, we're gonna say all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, and the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahawashi. With that, we say shalom.
All right, shalom.